Last season, we were missing out on a ton of star talent due to injury, and these teams missing players couldn't play to their full potential due to one of their key players missing. With these players returning this season, they give something fans to be excited for next season. Starting with the biggest star we missed last season in Kawhi Leonard, it is safe to say his absence hurt this Clippers team, and even if he would have never got hurt in that playoff series against the Jazz, they had a great shot at winning the championship that season as Kawhi is averaging over 30 points per game, having one of the best playoff runs in his career. With him missing the entire season last season, a lot of Clippers fans were expecting an MVP type play out of Paul George the following season, but with this team's injury luck, PG goes down with an elbow injury and is out for nearly 4 months, which was a major setback for this team. With Kawhi out the whole season and Paul George out more than half of it, the Clippers still managed to finish with a winning record and found themselves in the play-in tournament where they once again got unlucky, with PG missing the second game of the play-in against the Pelicans with the health and safety protocols rule. And of course, they lose the game and end up missing the playoffs, but with Kawhi back training and working out, putting on some muscle, Paul George playing in Drew League pickup games, and John Wall projected to play his first NBA game back since 2021, they're ready to remind people and fans of who they are. Another Clippers player making a return this season is John Wall, but not much is going to be expected from him as he's projected to be the third option if he beats out Reggie Jackson for that starting point guard spot. With the Clippers signing him, expecting him to play a certain role, him having a bounce back season this season is very likely, with him not having to score as much as he used to on his two previous teams he played on. And not to mention, Paul George says Wall is looking great in the team's workouts this offseason. Number 3 on my list, one of the most anticipated returns this upcoming season is the return of Zion Williamson. When Zion plays, we all know he is a freak of nature on both sides of the ball, but his biggest drawback has been his weight and his durability. When Zion was healthy, he was actually looking like a first overall pick, averaging 22.5 points per game in his 24 games played in his rookie season, and having the second most points in NBA history throughout his first 85 games of his career, with the first being Michael Jordan. Then, during the 2021 season is when he starts playing at an all-star level, averaging 27 points and 7 boards per game. That's when fans and the media begin to realize Zion's superstar status in this league. Not only will he bounce back strong and possibly come back better than ever, but he might be a dark horse for MVP. My 4th player on this list is likely to make a strong comeback this season, but he is in a bad situation with the team he's currently playing on, and that player is Damian Lillard. The Blazers' ceiling, well, at least for me, is a 7th seed with them having to play in the play-in tournament. Dame is going to have to return and do what he's been doing these past few seasons, which was carrying this Blazers team by averaging almost 30 points per game and having the occasional monster game where he can't miss. With the state that this franchise is in, and Dame signing his contract extension, it looks like he's going to spend the rest of his career in Portland putting up empty stats. The 5th player on my list is in a much better situation, and that player is Jamal Murray. With him coming back to play with the back-to-back reigning MVP, the Nuggets have a chance to make a deep playoff run with them currently being a dark horse championship team. Last season, it was obvious that they needed Jamal Murray, especially in the playoffs, where they ran into a buzzsaw in the Golden State Warriors. Even though Nikola Jokic led the team in every stat, he could have used someone to assist him on the scoring and playmaking role for this team, which would have led to higher seeding and a better matchup for them. This season, a fully healthy Nuggets team with Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. are going to be a problem, and could give any team a run for their money, regular or postseason. The last player on my list is Ben Simmons. We all know the Nets had a shaky offseason with all the trade rumors surrounding Kyrie and Kevin Durant's ultimatum. But like I said in my last video, the Nets are a contending team if they have all their players together, which is going to happen with Kevin Durant and the Nets confirming that he will play for them this season. But the biggest if is if they're all going to play this season. Now, Ben Simmons is in a better situation now than the one he had in Philly playing with Joel Embiid. He now has shooters on his team that can space the floor, a slightly better head coach, and the best part, he's playing alongside a top 4 player in Kevin Durant. Not to mention what could be one of the best backcourts with him and Kyrie. All he has to do is not pass up any wide open dunks, and he should be all good. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to leave a comment. If you like basketball content like this video here, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.